Are you over 70 and planning a trip soon? Whether it's a long-awaited vacation, a family visit, or a quick flight for a doctor's appointment, flying can feel tiring, confusing, or just plain stressful. The good news is, airlines actually offer a bunch of free services and little perks made to make your journey easier and more comfortable. But only if you know how to ask. Many seniors miss out because they think they have to pay extra, or they don't want to be a bother. But you've earned these comforts, and you should absolutely take advantage of them. So, let's jump right into 17 free things you can ask for on your next flight. These tips will help you travel with more confidence, comfort, and peace of mind. 1. Wheelchair assistance. Let's kick things off with one of the most helpful services airlines offer to seniors completely free of charge: wheelchair assistance. Even if you don't rely on a wheelchair every day, airports can feel like a marathon. The endless hallways, security lines, and long treks to your gate can tire out even the fittest traveler. And let's be honest, not everyone has the energy to haul bags across a giant terminal or stand in line forever. When you book your flight, simply let the airline know you'd like wheelchair support. Or, if you forgot at booking, give them a call at least 48 hours before departure so they can have everything ready when you arrive. At the airport, staff will meet you at the check-in desk or curbside if you arrange ahead of time. From there, they'll help you check your bags, get you through security faster, because wheelchairs often go through special lines, and bring you right to your gate without the stress of navigating a busy airport alone. But the help doesn't stop there. Once it's time to board, you'll get early boarding with assistance onto the plane, so you don't have to rush or worry about climbing the stairs or ramp by yourself. When your flight lands, someone will be waiting at the aircraft door to help you get off safely. They'll guide you to baggage claim or even directly to your next gate if you have a connection. This service saves you precious energy, prevents unnecessary strain on your legs and joints, and can help ease anxiety about getting lost or missing a flight. Best of all, it's completely free. You just have to ask. Second priority: boarding. Do you dread standing in long, crowded boarding lines, shuffling forward inch by inch, hoping no one bumps into you or your bag? You're not alone. One of the best ways seniors can make flying less stressful is by asking for priority boarding. When you get priority boarding, you're invited to board the plane before most passengers. This gives you plenty of time to find your seat, stow your carry-on, and get settled without the chaos of everyone else rushing by. You won't have to worry about someone knocking into you or feeling like you're in the way. Most airlines offer priority boarding automatically to passengers who need extra time, but sometimes they won't offer it unless you ask. So, when you check in online, at the counter, or when you arrive at your gate, politely let the staff know you'd like to board early because you're a senior, or you move a bit slower. Gate agents are usually happy to help. All it takes is a smile and a kind word. Third, extra assistance. The moments getting on and off a plane can feel like the Wild West. Everyone standing up at once, crowding the aisles, and rushing to grab their bags. For seniors, that chaos can be stressful or even dangerous. That's why airlines offer free extra assistance with both boarding and deplaning. You don't have to figure it out alone. Just let the gate agent or flight attendant know you'd like help when you arrive at the airport, or as you board the plane. They can help you walk down the jet bridge at your own pace, assist you with carry-ons, or simply make sure you feel steady on your feet. When it's time to get off the plane, you won't have to wrestle with the crowd. Crew members can wait with you until most passengers have left, so you can exit calmly. Or they can arrange someone to meet you at the door and help you down the jet bridge to your next stop. It's all about making sure you're comfortable, safe, and not feeling pressured. 4. Free seat selection, when available. You might have noticed airlines love charging extra fees for everything these days, including picking your own seat. But here's a tip. Many airlines waive seat selection fees for seniors who need special assistance or have medical conditions. When you book your ticket, speak up about your needs. For example, an aisle seat can make it much easier to stand up and stretch or visit the restroom without climbing over other passengers. A seat near the front of the plane can reduce the amount of walking you have to do when boarding or deplaning. Booking directly with the airline, instead of a third-party website, and explaining your mobility or comfort needs often gets the best results. If you don't arrange your seat at booking, ask again at check-in or at the gate. Airlines often hold a few better seats to accommodate seniors, but they won't know you need one if you don't ask. 5. Extra legroom, if available. Let's face it, airplane seats can feel like torture devices, especially if you're tall, have arthritis, or just stiff joints. It can turn a few hours in the air into a painful ordeal, but there's a silver lining. Airlines sometimes offer seats with extra legroom to seniors for free if they're available, and you ask nicely. Seats in bulkhead rows, the first row of a section, or emergency exit rows usually come with more space to stretch your legs. These seats are often sold at a premium, but if they're unassigned when you check in, gate agents can sometimes move seniors who need extra room for medical reasons at no extra charge. To increase your chances, arrive early at the airport and explain your situation politely. Mention any recent surgery, joint pain, or other health concerns that make a cramped seat difficult. Even if the best seats aren't available, staff will often do what they can to find you a spot with a little more comfort. And it never costs you a dime if you ask. 6. Medical support or supplies. If you have health concerns, take medications during the day, or use special medical devices, don't be afraid to speak up. Airlines want to help you stay safe and comfortable. When you book your flight, or at least 48 hours before departure, let the airline know if you'll need to bring a portable oxygen concentrator or other medical equipment. Most airlines allow these devices on board at no extra cost if you give them advance notice. Once you're on the plane, tell a flight attendant about your medical needs, like if you'll need to take medication at a certain time, or if you sometimes feel faint or dizzy. Crew members are trained to assist with common medical issues, provide basic first aid, and can check in on you during the flight if you let them know ahead of time. The earlier you share your needs, the better prepared the crew will be to help, whether it's giving you extra water to take your pills, storing small medical devices, or simply watching out for your well-being so you can travel with more peace of mind. 7. Special meals. Diabetic, gluten-free. Dietary restrictions are not a problem anymore. Airlines provide free special meals if you request them in advance. Low sodium, diabetic-friendly, vegetarian, gluten-free, and more. To make sure you get the meal you need, order it when you book your ticket or call the airline at least 48 hours before your flight. If you forget, let the crew know right away after boarding. They may still have an extra special meal. 8. Extra water and snacks. Older adults can become dehydrated faster, and some medicines make it even more important to drink water. Good news, you don't have to wait for the beverage cart. Anytime during the flight, press the call button and ask for water. If you're feeling hungry, you can also request extra snacks. Flight attendants want you to stay healthy and comfortable, and will usually be happy to bring you something more to drink or eat. 9. Blankets and pillows. Airplane cabins can get cold, and thin airline seats aren't always kind to older backs. Blankets and pillows are available for free on many flights, but you might need to ask. If you feel chilly or want extra support for your lower back or neck, ring the call button or politely ask a flight attendant. These little comforts can make a big difference on a long flight. 10. Entertainment devices or headphones. Have you ever sat through a long flight staring at the back of someone's head because you didn't have anything to do? It can feel like time is crawling. Luckily, most airlines these days offer free entertainment options, but there's a catch. They don't always hand out headphones or devices automatically. If you didn't bring your own, you just need to ask. When you get on board, take a look at your seatback screen or listen to the announcements about in-flight entertainment. If you see there are movies or shows but don't have headphones, press the call button or ask a flight attendant when they come by. Most airlines stock basic wired headphones and will happily give you a pair for free, especially on flights over a few hours or international routes. Some airlines have planes without built-in screens. Instead, they might offer you a tablet with preloaded movies, games, or music. But again, you need to request it. Don't assume it'll land in your lap automatically. If you have trouble hearing, tell the flight attendant. They can help adjust volume settings, show you how to turn on captions, or help you plug in your headphones properly. The goal is to make sure you're entertained and comfortable for the entire flight. So don't hesitate to ask for what you need to pass the time with a good movie or relaxing music. 11. Possible free upgrades. Here's a little secret. Sometimes seniors can snag a free upgrade just by asking nicely. Now, there's no guarantee. But if the flight isn't full, airlines sometimes have extra seats in premium economy or business class that they'd rather fill with passengers who need them than leave empty. How do you improve your chances? Arrive early, smile, and kindly let the gate agent know if you have a medical need or mobility issue that would make extra space helpful. For example, maybe you recently had knee surgery and sitting in a cramped seat would cause pain. That's a valid reason, and staff often have the power to move you to a more spacious seat if there's one open. Even if business class isn't an option, they might move you from a middle seat to an aisle, or from the back of the plane to a row with more room. Always remember to be polite. Don't demand an upgrade. Just explain your situation calmly and thank them for checking. Sometimes, a kind word can make all the difference. 12. Help with carry-on luggage. If you've ever tried lifting a carry-on bag into the overhead bin on a crowded plane, you know it can feel like a wrestling match, and it can be dangerous for seniors who might lose their balance or strain a muscle. But there's good news. You don't have to do it alone. Flight attendants are trained to help passengers stow their bags, and they're especially attentive to seniors who ask for help. As soon as you board, let a crew member know you'd appreciate assistance with your bag. Or mention it at the gate so they can notify the flight attendants in advance. If you feel embarrassed about asking, remember this is their job, and they'd rather help you safely than risk you getting hurt. Also, don't struggle to grab your bag when the plane lands. If you wait a moment and ask, flight attendants will gladly help bring it down for you, so you can exit calmly without worrying about dropping your bag on yourself or someone else. 13. Access to airport lounges. Think airport lounges are only for business travelers or people flying first class? Think again. Seniors can sometimes get free or heavily discounted lounge access, especially if they're members of airline loyalty programs or traveling internationally. Even basic loyalty status can sometimes unlock lounge passes for seniors who need extra comfort during long waits. Lounges are a wonderful place to recharge. You'll find comfy chairs, quieter spaces away from noisy terminals, free snacks and drinks, clean bathrooms, and sometimes even showers if you have a long layover. When you check in or arrive at the airport, ask if your ticket includes lounge access or if courtesy passes are available for seniors. Airlines don't always advertise this perk, but many will provide lounge passes if you have a long layover, a medical need, or a connection that requires a lot of waiting. It's one of those hidden gems that can completely change your travel experience from stressful to relaxing. 14. Assistance with connecting flights. Navigating a big airport can feel like running a maze, and having to rush between flights only adds to the stress. But airlines offer free help for seniors who need assistance during tight connections or when changing terminals. This help can include golf cart rides through sprawling airports, someone to walk with you from one gate to the next, or priority lines to get through security if you need to reclear it. The key is to plan ahead. When booking your ticket, mention you'll need help making connections. If you find out during your trip that your flight is delayed or you have a short connection time, talk to the gate agent or flight attendants right away so they can set up assistance at your arrival airport. Don't try to tough it out alone. Airlines want you to make your connection safely, and they'll do their best to get you there with less stress. 15. Complimentary. Toiletry kits. Flying overnight or internationally often means spending many hours stuck in a seat, which can leave you feeling grubby and uncomfortable. But did you know many airlines carry small toiletry kits with items like a toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, eye masks, hand lotion, or even a comb? These kits are usually given to business or first-class passengers, but if you're a senior traveling in economy on a flight longer than 6 hours, you might be able to get one just by asking politely. Flight attendants often have a few extra kits or amenity pouches for passengers who need them. Freshening up during a long flight can make a big difference in how you feel when you land. Brushing your teeth, washing your face, or putting on cozy socks can lift your mood and help you arrive feeling more like yourself. So don't hesitate to ask a flight attendant if they have a toiletry kit available. They're there to help make your trip as comfortable as possible. 16th, gate-to-gate escort service. Here's a perk that many seniors don't realize exists. Airlines can arrange a gate-to-gate escort service during your layovers or connections. Think about those massive airports where it feels like you're walking miles between gates. It's exhausting, confusing, and stressful, especially if you have limited time to catch your next flight. Airlines can send a friendly staff member or airport assistant to meet you right when you step off your arriving plane. They'll guide you through the airport, help you navigate signs, and make sure you stay on the quickest path to your next gate. If the distance is especially far or your connection is really tight, they might bring a motorized cart, those little airport buggies you see zipping down the terminal, so you don't have to rush or risk missing your flight. This service is a game changer for seniors who find big airports overwhelming, get tired easily, or just want peace of mind knowing they won't get lost. It can also be a huge relief if your first flight is delayed and you're worried about missing your connection. The key to using it is planning. Request this service when you book your ticket, or call the airline at least 48 hours before your trip. If you forget, you can still ask the gate agent during your layover. They'll do their best to arrange help even on short notice. 17. Hot drinks or comfort beverages. Flying can leave you feeling chilled to the bone, especially with the air conditioning blasting at 35,000 feet. Or maybe your throat gets dry, you feel a bit queasy, or you just want something warm and soothing to make the flight more pleasant. Good news, you don't have to settle for just water or soda. Many airlines carry hot drinks like tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. And some even have warm broth available for passengers who feel unwell or need something gentle on the stomach. These comfort drinks are completely free, but flight attendants don't always offer them unless you ask. So if you're cold or need something warm to settle your nerves, press the call button or ask politely when the crew comes by. A simple cup of hot tea can make a world of difference, helping you feel cozy and relaxed until you land. A few final tips. Always ask early. Whether it's at check-in, the gate, or once you're on the plane, it's easier for airline staff to accommodate you if you speak up sooner rather than later. Be polite. A kind word or smile goes a long way. Airline staff are much more willing to go the extra mile when they feel appreciated. Communicate your needs clearly. Don't downplay your discomfort or hesitate to explain if you have health conditions or special requirements. Airlines are there to help you. Traveling as a senior doesn't have to be stressful, uncomfortable, or overwhelming. With these 17 free things you can ask for, from wheelchair service to special meals, extra snacks, and hot drinks, you can make your flight safer, smoother, and much more enjoyable. Remember, you've earned these perks by simply being you. So don't be afraid to advocate for yourself, and don't settle for an uncomfortable flight when help is just a question away. Speak up early, be kind to airline staff, and you'll find they're often eager to make your trip as pleasant as possible. Here's to comfortable, stress-free travels, and many happy adventures ahead. Safe travels, friend.